Holy crap, guys, we just got our first look through set photos of not only the Flash Season 9 finale, but this is without a doubt the craziest episode we ever got and we will ever get. Oh my god, I am so excited to talk about this, so let's just break it all down. Yo, what is going on, guys? Flashverse here, and welcome back to another video on the Flash Season 9. And yeah, we are finally at the end mark, guys. The Flash crew are filming the final episode of the show ever as of now, and holy crap, did we get some absolutely insane set photos that have been leaked, and that's obviously through Canada Graphs. We got a first look of not only a villain that we now know is our main villain for the next arc of the graphic novel, but also this is a villain a lot of people have been wanting to see, that of Cobalt Blue. And also we have every single Speedster villain coming back for this finale, which is absolutely crazy. I cannot wait to talk about this, so let's just get straight into it. Now obviously, before I get into it, credit to Canada Graphs for these set photos. These, as of now, are only on his Patreon. So for anyone subscribed to his Patreon, you'd obviously be able to see it as an early access. And also, guys, the Flashcast have just very recently started filming the finale, and no doubt are we going to get some more outdoor shoots and various things like that. So be sure to subscribe to Canada Graphs' Patreon so that you're the first to be able to see these early accessed images if there are anything crazy. I'm saying that we have something absolutely nuts right at the start of the finale, then without a doubt are we going to get even more crazier stuff as the days go by. But yeah, first things first, we have a first look of what is our main villain for the next arc of the graphic novel, that being Cobalt Blue. He will be the villain from somewhere around like episode 9 to 13 or episode 10 to 13, somewhere around there. But yeah, this is absolutely nuts. Not only has this been a villain so many people have been wanting to see, and now that we got it, but also the suit looks so freaking comic book accurate. It just looks absolutely crazy. Now, if you guys can obviously point out, he does have the crystal, the blue crystal that was teased in the end of the Flash Season 8 finale on his chest. So that is going to be something that not only activates his powers, I'm guessing, but also is what gives him the ability to time travel and go through various points in time. Because through previous set photos, we know we've seen Eddie Thawne in places that he's not supposed to be, such as the year of 2000 before Nora Allen's murder, and then also we do have him like digging up his grave, and now over here he's in present day when, as we know, the crystal is in 2049. So there will be lots of time travel taking place with Eddie Thawne, and that the fact that he just became Cobalt Blue, it's so crazy. I cannot believe they did it, and I just love it. I cannot wait for this to happen, because damn, have a lot of us been waiting to see this. But in the next shot, we do have a better look at the suit. Now, obviously, as you guys can see, this is not Rick Cosnet. This is a stunt double. So yes, Rick Cosnet's Eddie Thawne will be Cobalt Blue, but this over here is just a stunt double. But over here, we do have a better look at the suit. It just looks so freaking cool, so freaking comic book accurate. And yeah, I just love this. I cannot believe they did it. It's just absolutely crazy. Now, in regards to how Eddie Thawne is back, obviously that we don't really know. My assumption is either something happened with like the timeline, like when he got sucked into that singularity, he got thrown into the future, but he was very much alive, or someone saved him. Now, someone we don't see in the set so far is Matt Letcher's Eobard Thawne, who eventually I am guessing that we will see by like the end of the episode. But personally, I think someone like Matt Letcher's Eobard could have saved Eddie, brought him back, you know, showed Eddie everything that has been taken away from him, such as Iris, because Barry's married Iris. And not only that, they have 2 kids together, and also Eddie has been completely forgotten about. Barry has been the one that's been known as the hero of Central City in Season 1, various things like that. So maybe we could have some sort of manipulation or something like that with Eobard Thawne and him manipulating Eddie to, you know, just take revenge and all those sorts of stuff. And then somehow he gets hold of this crystal, which obviously gives him the Cobalt Blue abilities. I could see something like that if they were trying to go for like a twist type thing, or just simply Eddie Thawne survives through the singularity and then somehow he becomes Cobalt Blue. But I think there is definitely a person behind this because he shot himself, so there's no way you can just survive from that out of nowhere. So I am guessing it was someone like Thawne that saved Eddie. And obviously if Eddie is alive, then that would also explain why Eobard would have still been alive every single time he appeared as well. But yeah, as I said, this is our main villain, and I cannot wait to see not only Barry's reaction to this, but all of Team Flash as well. That's going to be absolutely nuts. But something that's even more crazy, guys, is the other returning characters we are having in this final episode. And as you guys can see right now, we have every single Speedster villain coming back. So that is sick. That is absolutely nuts. As you guys can see over here, we have Savitar back with the red glow instead of a blue glow. So that's going to be very interesting. I'm interested to see what that's about. We have Welzabard Eobard Thawne back. So we have Tom Cavanagh back as his version of Eobard Thawne. And we have Godspeed coming back, which is really, really sick. And obviously in the later shot as well, we do have Zoom coming back. So we know all of these characters are on set filming the final episode. So how is this possible? Now, in my opinion, the way I think this happened is through Eddie Thawne and that crystal, which allowed him to like bring various villains back from different points in time. So maybe Eddie Thawne, what he does, he forms some sort of like villain speedster gallery, something like that, to face off against the Flash. So he uses the crystal to bring these villains back, or something along those lines at least, because I can't see how all of them just coincidentally come to this point in time and they all time travel. So I think it's Eddie that brings them in. It will be interesting to see how that plays out. Now, one big Easter egg from this, obviously, as we know, Zoom and Godspeed are back. So this could potentially be a nod to what they teased from Season 8, which was Zoom and Godspeed destroying Central City. And bear in mind, guys, this is a big, massive, like, Speedster fight. So we're having all the Speedster villains, and hopefully later on in the set photos, we will, or later on in the episode, might I say, we will get all the Speedster heroes coming back as well, facing off against these villains. But the fact that we have Zoom and Godspeed there makes me think that they are going to bring a nod to Zoom and Godspeed destroying Central City, and that'll be really cool. Obviously, as I said, this is a big, massive fight, so we should be expecting a lot of destruction coming, especially with all of these big, threatening Speedster villains. Now, the thing I'm kind of confused by, despite of how cool it is having all of these Speedster villains back, Zoom is a Speedster thirsty villain. He doesn't care whether you're a good guy or a bad guy. He is thirsty for speed. He wants Speedster speeds. So it will be interesting to see how he doesn't go around trying to just kill everyone, including the villains, because all of these villains, they are also speedsters, and as we know, Zoom wants to be the only speedster that's ever alive. So it will be interesting to see what they do with Zoom over here, because I am kind of like worried with that. But regardless, still, this is just very, very cool. I'm very interested to see all of these villains' dynamics and how they work together. Now, obviously, as I said, we do have Welzabard's Eobard Thawne coming back, which it threw me off. I thought we were gonna get Matt Letcher's Reverse Flash appearing in the finale. I know he was in episode 12 or something like that. I would have thought for him to be in the finale as well, because Matt Letcher's Reverse Flash does play probably the most important role out of any speedster in the show. So I was expecting to see Matt Letcher. Maybe later on in the episode we could get that. As I said, it is too early to still speak, because this is still very, very early on into the finale. But the fact that we have Tom Cavanagh's Reverse Flash, it's not only cool because this is my favorite version of Reverse Flash, but also it does obviously lead you to believe that, yes, this all is happening through Cobalt Blue bringing these villains back. Because, for example, Welzabard has been completely erased from the timeline during the Flash Season 8. He's been completely erased due to him like tipping the scales or something like that. Obviously, Savitar is another one that got erased from the timeline. Godspeed, as we know, is in like Argus or something like that, so he could still be around. It's either Argus or Ironhide, something like that. Zoom is a confusing one, because obviously he did become the Black Flash from the end of the Flash Season 2, but also on the other hand, we don't really know what happened to Zoom after Crisis, so they could use that as an excuse to just make Zoom still Zoom and he doesn't become the Black Flash. Or once again, he could have been brought in from like before a point in time that was before he became the Black Flash. That could be quite possible as well. Something like, you know, Spider-Man No Way Home, if you know what I mean, like how all these villains came back, and then how, you know, Tobey Maguire and Andrew came back. Something like that I would expect. So all of these villains are going to be from different point in time brought into present day through Cobalt Blue's crystal. That's what I think is going to happen over here. Now, as I said, it is also interesting to see what Savitar's red glow is all about. As we know, whenever Savitar had the red glow, it was when Barry was in the suit, not when Savitar was in the suit. So it will be interesting to see what that's about. It could just be like a suit upgrade or something like that. I don't know. I very highly doubt it, but this is a very, very interesting detail that needed to be talked about as well. So my theory, as I said, I know I'm repeating it, but Cobalt Blue is the one that brings all of these speedsters together. As I said, it will be interesting to see how they interact, you know, what they remember, what they don't remember, various things like that. But also how Matt Letcher's Reverse Flash will play a role into it, because without a doubt, he will need to kill Nora Allen at some point if they do follow through with the ending, which hopefully they do. So I will be very worried if they make Tom Cavanaugh do it, but I'm pretty sure they will make Matt Letcher do it because it's the only one that makes sense. And I think he will be around later on in the episode, but I guess we will have to just wait and see. Just in my opinion though, I have no idea how Barry and Team Flash are making it out alive. Because for those who don't know who's on Barry's side, it is not the Speedsters. Well, there's one other Speedster other than Barry, but the rest, they're just Team Flash members. So we have Nora West Allen, we have Allegra, Cecile, The Flash, Keon, and Chillblaine. So over here, the only characters that really stand a chance are The Flash and Nora. For the other characters, I am very worried. I am very worried to see how they tackle this, because if they like depower all of these speedsters, so characters like Allegra, Cecile, Chillblaine, and Keon have a chance to fight against them, I will absolutely dislike that. That will not be something I will be a fan of, because these are speedsters. They should easily be able to mop the floor with everyone on the team. So I want to say rip all of the non-speedsters, but I know that's not going to happen. But in terms of Barry, I have no idea how Barry is making it out alive out of this one as well. Yes, he is the fastest and most powerful speedster out of all of them right now, but also you have to take into account he has a daughter to protect who's a speedster that isn't as powerful as some of these villains. These villains are incredibly powerful, especially if you bring Thawne, Savitar, and Zoom together. That's gonna be like ultimate threatening. And obviously we have Eddie Thawne, who's supposedly lustful for revenge and something like that. Godspeed, that is what it is, I guess. I'm not really gonna consider him as one of the powerful villains because he's not really. But this is what makes me like think that we should be getting Barry also like going across like various points in time, either A, bringing his old allies back, or B, he just calls Jay Garrick for help, Jay Garrick comes, he calls Bart, Bart comes. If maybe we get Keenan Lonsdale, which I very, very highly doubt, if they do call him, then maybe we have Wally coming and just various other things like that. I don't know. This is very interesting though, but what they seem to be doing over here is like this big, massive Speedster War finale, and I'm very, very excited for this. So hopefully we get this, and then later on we're going to get the Reverse Flash and the Flash conflict with them, you know, going back in time, killing Nora Allen, and then just ending the show with like a happy ending, because Eric Wallace did talk about the show's happy ending, and he said it is a happy ending, so it does seem like it's going to be something nice. If they do end the show without doing Matt Letcher's Eobard arriving and, you know, Barry and Eobard traveling across time and then going back to Nora Allen's murder, it would be the biggest missed opportunity. I do still think that they need to do it, but also what we see alone in these set photos, it is the craziest thing I've ever seen on a Flash set, and it's definitely without a doubt going to be the craziest episode we're ever going to see as well. So just with that alone, I think this will be one of the craziest and best episodes of The Flash ever. But as I said, there are also other things to kind of be worried about, especially with on Barry's side in this very set. How is, you know, Allegra, Cecile, Keon, and Chillblaine going to face off against speedster villains? That's what I am very, very worried about so far. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. If you guys have enjoyed the video, please give a like and subscribe. Be sure to tell me in the comment section down below what you guys think about all of this. I'm interested to see all of your thoughts towards all of this as well. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video.